Hey, what's up everybody? This is Duck here. Just want to do this quick static video on Bitcoin. Now that we had the weekly close, Bitcoin, you can see here, this is the hourly chart we're looking at currently. It's formed this nice parallel channel where we have the 1, 2 touch points on the bottom, 3 on the top. And you can see it's, respecting this channel fairly well right now. It actually seemed to have, wicked out, tried to break out, but really is testing it as some nice support coming from these 2 touch point anchor points down here on the bottom. You also will notice right here we have basically this is bullish divergence, but typically you would see this as a kind of a lower low here with price. That would be class A bullish divergence. What you're looking at here with the slightly higher low is considered class B bullish divergence here. So if we back out here to the the 4 hour, let's take a look and get an update here on our bearish cipher pattern. You can see here this bearish cipher that we're currently in is our current harmonic on the 4 hour that we're trading. We are seeking this D short target entry here, which is around 11.7. This would be the pattern reversal zone of our bearish cipher pattern here. You know, this cipher was kind of interesting because on the bottom here, we like to see this retracement between a 1.13 and the 1414. I mean, gosh, this is so close. I'm gonna take this as a you know valid cipher, no problems there. It's just I was initially hoping to see just a little bit lower in price here, but the problem would have happened with that is down here you would have actually built bearish convergence if that would have been the case. If this island here would have actually been lower, which it would have had to have if this would have went any lower here. So what happened is we actually got equal lows here while putting in a lower low on price. So this was telltale signs for some impending price action reversal to the upside here, which is exactly what we got. So this was an okay anchor point here. I got no issues with that at all. And again, you can see our class B bullish divergence is currently on the 4 hour as well. You'll notice here that this is diverging. These islands are getting shallower as far as the negative momentum goes. So yeah, I mean, right now, we could continue to see a little chop here, but ultimately, I expect us to not only test the top of this massive, massive fib channel that's been back here since June 26th. But yeah, I expect to break out of this bullishly, which is going to signal a lot of things. It's going to show that we're potentially breaking out of this fib channel, and a lot of longs might occur here, which is not good. I mean, you'd be buying at a hell of a premium up here, 11,000. Your time for longs are kind of far and few in between up here. And they'd see some breakout, they'd see price moving in their direction, think they're geniuses. It hits this pattern completion zone target of the bearish cipher pattern, which is a profit taking area and a short entry target for a lot of traders. They're taking profits on longs from down here and even potentially down here. They longed the bottom of this fib channel, not necessarily trading these harmonics, but somebody just trading, price action in general, longing down here, taking profits up here, as well as myself entering shorts at these levels. Now, being that this is, this would kind of be a bullish trend here, how much of that breakdown we see is probably simply going to be a matter of retesting the top of this fib channel. We could see something like this very easily, where we back test this channel, stop above the X here, and what we'd be looking at there from swing low C to our swing high D, that target fell right onto 618. What are the odds, right? So definitely see this being a nice potential little bounce area, but how much of that sustains is the next question. Reason I say that is we have an even larger harmonic pattern forming on the daily, and I've said this plenty of times before, but the larger the time frame, the more significant the pattern. So, well, as you know, yes, we saw this 1 hour Gartley that played out really nice here. That was a 1 hour pattern. So now look at this larger 4 hour bearish cipher pattern. Once this plays out, this is going to be a large short position here. And what I mean is, we could see this potentially play out even further. I know that the 618 at this first one is a very good place to take profits. But again, like I said, see a small bounce up and then a continuation to the downside. What we'd be looking for next, it might seem like a Hail Mary target, but honestly, on these ciphers, the 1272 down here is not that far-fetched. It would also be potentially at that by the time, that was building. You could say that, these patterns would be, excuse me, let me get this fib out of the way here, make it a little easier for you guys to see. But these short, or these profit-taking areas they're not an exact dollar figure. It's more of a zone, a range. Just like the D, I mean, this is a pattern completion zone. We're not looking for 11,738 to the dollar here. I'm going to begin layering in as we begin to reach these areas, and you'll see me with many short entries here. And of course, our stop is back here above the X where the pattern begins. That signifies our short. You'll notice that my actual stop is even above that slightly, just to play it even safer. And then of course, if that breaks, this entire cipher is invalidated, and we wouldn't be that concerned with it anymore. We'd be looking at the next pattern development. But again, so what I mean over here with these targets here is you can see that first one, it really tested that fib channel, and this second one here could be testing the 0.25 of the fib channel. This would not be far-fetched. And again, the reason I say that is because let's put this one just visible on the 4 hour strictly, but we'll let this one go all the way over to the daily. Now when we go to the daily, you'll see what I'm talking about. This one off the daily. Let's clean this up, and you can see right where that rotated rectangle was perfectly at the pattern completion zone for the larger daily harmonic that we're dealing with here, that's been playing out. This started back here beginning of June. I mean, look at this massive pattern here. So that's why I say that this cipher, and I allowed it to become visible through from the 4 hour. This is the bearish cipher that we're looking at with that target entry short of around 11,750. Call it what you want. But yeah, I mean, I would not be surprised for this thing to come down here and hit our D target, which is going to be around 8,800. Hell of a short. We got 4.6 R to 1 on our risk to reward ratio. That's a great trade there. Yeah. Once this pattern develops, though, I mean, wow. we could see some chaos the other way, right? So the way that's going to work is I typically like to do two things here. I like to fib from both the swing high A to our target and the swing high C to the same target. And we would have coinciding, basically target longs right here between the 618 on both of those patterns would be a nice spot on the long of the daily harmonic. So again, we would just be trading this down, catching another long, trading this back up. And this is swing trading, folks. This is what Duck does all day, every day. We swing trade. Again, our stop target would be below the X. Our target long would be right here in this zone. Exactly, the kind of things we're looking for. And the reason we take profit here, you might be like, Duck, well, what if this comes up here? Yeah, it might, but the way it's going to do that is going to be, it would hit this D, it'll come up here, it'll take this this profit, people will take profit, it'll come back down, retest support, and then maybe you could see the next push to the upside. But without that, you want to lock in profits, even if it's not everything. At least lock in something, right? I mean, leaving profits on the table, especially again, you're talking about, this is a wide stop here. You could definitely bring this up to a, more of a 3-to-1 and have a more conservative stop if you'd like. But great trade. Why would you not take profits on that? You're talking about 30%. I mean, come on, Jesus Christ. What are you looking for, people? But yeah, that is our quick update on Bitcoin. Hope you enjoyed the video, and hope to bring you some more of these quick clips here in the future. Thanks, guys.